it in the water in Indianapolis. Wow! Wade, this must have been what Brock and Heyman...
WrestlePalooza delivered shockwaves from start to finish, but nothing resonated more with the WWE Universe than the brutal showdown between Brock Lesnar and John Cena, two of the most iconic forces in modern wrestling. In a match that many anticipated would be an even contest, Lesnar reminded the world why he is called the Beast Incarnate by decimating Cena with sheer brutality. Yet what truly made the night unforgettable wasn't just Lesnar's victory. It was the chilling words delivered by his longtime advocate, Paul Heyman, immediately afterward. Heyman, the master of psychological warfare and one of the greatest talkers in WWE history, stood over Cena's broken body and delivered a promo that had fans in awe, fear, and disbelief. His words weren't simply gloating, they were prophetic, calculated, and cold, painting a picture of domination that felt less like entertainment and more like a warning for the entire WWE locker room. The match, Cena vs. Lesnar, reignited. For over a decade, John Cena and Brock Lesnar have been connected by a rivalry that embodies the clash of two worlds. Cena, the eternal face of loyalty, hustle, and respect, is WWE's Iron Man, a never-say-die competitor who thrives under pressure. Lesnar, by contrast, is WWE's apex predator, a former NCAA champion, UFC heavyweight champion, and the man who ended The Undertaker's legendary WrestleMania streak. At WrestlePalooza, this rivalry was reignited with a ferocity fans hadn't seen in years. From the opening bell, Lesnar set the tone. His suplexes rattled the ring with terrifying impact, hurling Cena across the canvas like a rag doll. Cena tried to mount his trademark comeback, hitting shoulder tackles and an attitude adjustment. But Lesnar kicked out with an expression of pure disdain. The match's turning point came when Lesnar delivered 7 consecutive German suplexes, each one more vicious than the last. The audience counted along in disbelief as Cena crumpled repeatedly, his body writhing in pain. When Lesnar finally hoisted him up for the first of multiple F5s, the arena erupted. By the time the final pinfall was counted, Cena lay broken, barely conscious, and Lesnar stood tall as a conqueror once again. Heyman takes the mic. If Lesnar's victory was a physical demolition, Paul Heyman's post-match promo was psychological destruction. With the microphone in hand, Heyman crouched beside Cena's limp body, his voice calm yet venomous. "Ladies and gentlemen, what you have just witnessed is not a match. What you saw tonight was inevitability. John Cena was not beaten, he was conquered. And when Brock Lesnar conquers, he does not just end careers, he erases legacies." The crowd fell into a stunned hush. Heyman's tone wasn't the loud, boisterous gloating of a typical heel manager. It was cold, deliberate, almost like he was delivering a eulogy. He went on to warn the rest of the locker room, "If this is what happens to your hero, what hope does anyone else have? You either bow to the beast, or you get broken by him. It's that simple." The words cut deeper than any physical move Lesnar had delivered. Cena's defeat was already devastating, but Heyman reframed it as symbolic. A warning that no one, no matter how resilient or beloved, could stand in the way of Lesnar's reign of terror. Historical context: the Cena-Lesnar legacy. Heyman's promo carried weight because of the deep history between Cena and Lesnar. Their rivalry stretches back to 2002, when a young rookie Cena first clashed with the next big thing, Lesnar. Over the years, they met in battles that defined eras. Lesnar's shocking return in 2012, their infamous SummerSlam 2014 match, where Cena was annihilated in a one-sided beatdown, and countless encounters in between. For Heyman to frame this latest battle as the erasure of Cena's legacy tapped into that long history. It wasn't just about one win, it was about Lesnar reasserting himself as the immovable force in WWE, while Cena, now in the twilight of his career, was portrayed as a relic of the past. Why Heyman's words were so chilling. What made Heyman's promo so effective was his delivery. He didn't yell. He didn't scream. He spoke softly, as though what he was saying was fact, not opinion. This calmness, juxtaposed with the brutality fans had just witnessed, made his words feel more sinister. Heyman has always thrived on blurring the line between fiction and reality, and on this night, he leaned into that reputation. He referenced Cena's decade-long reign as WWE's poster boy, only to strip it down to nothing but rubble left behind by Brock Lesnar. He painted a picture of the future where no hero could rise because Lesnar had already destroyed the ultimate hero. The locker room reacts backstage. Reports suggested that several superstars were unsettled by the promo. While many are used to Heyman's silver tongue, the way he dismissed Cena's legacy struck a nerve. Cena, after all, is respected as the workhorse who carried WWE through its PG era, selling out arenas and inspiring millions of fans. For Heyman to claim that all of it was meaningless in the face of Lesnar's dominance felt like a slap in the face, not just to Cena, but to anyone who believed in the ideals he represented. Fan reactions online. The WWE Universe exploded with reactions. Hashtags like #BeastVesCena and #HeymanChills began trending within minutes. Some fans praised the segment, calling it masterclass storytelling and declaring Heyman the greatest manager in wrestling history. Others expressed outrage, insisting that Cena's legacy could never be erased by one defeat. A few noted the eerie similarity between Heyman's words and his previous promos about The Undertaker, moments that had foreshadowed monumental shifts in WWE history. One fan summed it up best: Brock Lesnar breaks bodies, Paul Heyman breaks souls. What this means for WWE, the fallout from this match, and Heyman's promo could reshape WWE's main event scene. If Cena truly is stepping back, Lesnar has positioned himself once again as the final boss of WWE. Anyone who dares challenge him will now do so under the shadow of what happened at WrestlePalooza. For younger stars, Heyman's chilling words are both a warning and an opportunity. Superstars like Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and even rising names like Braun Breaker may be the ones to step up, but they will do so knowing that Cena, the eternal never-quit fighter, was left broken in Lesnar's wake. Conclusion. At WrestlePalooza, Brock Lesnar didn't just defeat John Cena, he demolished him. But the true legacy of the night belongs to Paul Heyman's words, which reframed the entire moment as more than just a match. His promo painted Lesnar not merely as a competitor, but as an unstoppable force of nature who erases legacies and destroys hope. It was a chilling reminder of Heyman's brilliance as a mouthpiece and Lesnar's terrifying dominance as a competitor. Together, they left the WWE Universe questioning not just Cena's future, but the fate of anyone daring enough to stand in the Beast's path. For years, fans have debated who, if anyone, could ever stop Brock Lesnar. After WrestlePalooza, that question feels scarier than ever.